Welcome back to the GSMC Golf Podcast presented by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Garrett McDaniel, and we're back with our second segment of the night, talking about the rest of the leaderboard and superlatives for the Genesis Scottish Open. So, along with, of course, we just got finished talking about Robert McIntyre winning. Adam Scott, who came into Sunday third, finished second. This guy kind of comes out of nowhere, 67, 65, 64, 67, having a fantastic weekend of golf. His driver was working. He has one of the most beautiful swings, kind of similar to Ludwig Ober, who just had some beautiful swings, but putting has been an issue in his career, but was able to overcome that. Jumping from 71 to 49 in the FedEx Cup standings is huge right now in golf. If he is able to maintain that top 50 standing, he is in the BMW Championship, and he is a step closer to that Tour Championship. So very impressive. Robert McIntyre also puts himself into the Tour Championship level. He is now 16th in the FedEx Cup with 2 wins on this season. The only other guy besides Scottie Scheffler to win twice, only guy besides Scotty and Rory to win twice this season. So very, very impressive for Bobby McIntyre, as people call him as well. Romain Lingesk, who I believe is a European Tour player, or a DP World Tour player. It was a combined field event with the DP World Tour, and he finished third, so very impressive, coming kind of out of nowhere. Aaron Rai, who has been Aaron Rai has played some fantastic golf as of late. When you look at his recent results, it hasn't come for a win. I definitely did not say that correctly, but it hasn't resulted in a win. That's what I was trying to say. It hasn't resulted in a win, but T4 at the Genesis, T7 at the John Deere, T2 at the Rocket Mortgage, T19 at the U.S. Open, T14 at the Canadian Open. He got a T4 at the Byron Nelson, a T7 at the Houston Open. This guy has gotten in so many top 10s this season. He's gotten in 10 top 25s this season. Very, very impressive. He's played in 20 events and made 16 cuts. This guy has been very, very consistent. This is his third year on tour now, joined in 2022, and he has been playing some fantastic golf as of late, especially on Sundays. 63 on a Sunday. He's been in contention in a lot of Sundays recently, so the nerves kind of go away after a while, and he's playing some fantastic golf. Rory McIlroy tied for fourth there were 6 guys T4 at 14 under. It was Aaron Rai, Rory McIlroy, Sungjae Im, Sahith Theegala, Colin Morikawa, and Ludwig Ober all finished at 14 under. Ludwig Ober came into the Sunday with a commanding lead. He was 17 under. Nobody really near him. I think the closest was Adam Scott. The closest was Robert McIntyre, who was 2 strokes back of him going into Sunday, and he just kind of lets it slip. He goes 3 over on the day, having a horrible back 9, and he comes in a T for 4, and he doesn't get a win. Again, this guy is just eluding wins this season. He's been playing some fantastic golf, 6th in the FedEx Cup standings. He's top 5 in the official World Golf Rankings, but he just can't buy a win. Wyndham Clark also played some fantastic golf this week in T10. Corey Connors, Tom Kim, T15 after a couple of disappointing weekends. Xander Schauffele, after a disappointing Thursday, was able to put together 3 solid days to finish T15. And other notable names like Cam Davis, T26, Harris English, T34, Adam Hadwin, T34, Tommy Fleetwood, T34, after a pretty rough Sunday where he finished 1 over. Nikolai Højgaard finished 8 under at T39. Davis Thompson, who's been in contention as of late, T46. Victor Hovland, another disappointing weekend, T46. This guy cannot put together 4 good days of golf, man. So disappointing, but hey. It's a different season than the last one. Justin Thomas, T62, after he was the 18-hole leader. He finished T62. That's tough. Finished with a 62 on He finished with a 62 on Thursday when he finished the entire weekend T62. But finished with a 62 on Thursday. Then goes 72, 71, 71. Goes 4 over after going 8 under on the first day. Like, he puts himself into content. Like, he puts himself at the top of the leaderboard and then just plays 3 bad rounds of golf, and he is not the winner. Unfortunate. Max Homa T70, and then a lot of guys missing the cut. Since it is a joint field event, there was many missed cuts. About I think like 70 people missed the cut, so a lot more than normal tournaments. But yeah, that is who, that's the leaderboard. Now switching gears over to the superlatives for the weekend. Best driver, we're going to get right into this. Best driver is Rory McIlroy. Whenever he's in a field, it seems like he's always getting the best driver. This guy is the best driver on tour. Second in strokes gained off the tee, first in distance, 13th in accuracy, first in total driving. He is first in total driving for the entire season and continues it here. Very, very impressive. Just off the tee season for Rory McIlroy. Best irons, Nikolai Højgaard, third in strokes gains on approach, first in greens in regulation at an 83.33% of greens and regulations hit. Very, very impressive. And then first in proximity to hole as well. Best wedges, and this one shocked me, but it's going to go to Rory McIlroy. He was first in strokes gained around the green, and he did not need to, he didn't need to scramble all too much. But when he did, he got up and down, and it looked very impressive for the entire weekend for Rory McIlroy. So he is first in strokes gained around the green. Missing out on those pot bunkers really, really, really help you, and he did. He didn't hit into a bunker in the weekend, so that leads into the statistic, but. Very impressive with his wedges around the green. Best putter is going to go to Matt Fitzpatrick. Not too many names at the top of that of the strokes gained putting, and it wasn't very consistent with the total putts made throughout the weekend. So I just give it to Matt Fitzpatrick because he's just a good putter, and it just looked very consistent and very good throughout the weekend for him, although he didn't finish too high up there. I know Wyndham Clark was also up there for strokes gained putting. I think he was third in strokes gained putting. He finished T10, so if you want to give it to him, I wouldn't mind in the headcanon of my superlatives. But Matt Fitzpatrick finishing T39 while putting well is impressive in my opinion. Anyways, most surprising, I give it to Adam Scott. You look at Adam Scott, and it's not that impressive what he's doing this season. This second is his only, or is one of 2 top 10s he has in this entire year, and the other one came in February at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. That's impressive. He hasn't played too great of golf, but he's making cuts at least. He's only missed 2 cuts all year. It was at the PGA Championship and at the Arnold Palmer. But other than that, he is playing some he's playing some mediocre golf, I will say, throughout the year. But was able to capitalize this weekend, almost winning here for the first time in I think a couple years. Of course, he turned pro in the year 2000, so has been around for a little while. Shot that he has still not gone to live golf. He feels like a prime candidate to be over there, but he loves playing on the PGA Tour, and that's fair. This season, you look at his stats, and it's kind of pretty impressive. 31st in strokes gained off the tee, which he's always great off the tee. 26th in strokes gained total. 40th in strokes gained putting, which is very impressive for him, but around the green and approach to the green is where he's kind of struggled. 78th and 92nd in those those categories respectively. However, was able to put it together this weekend. So he is the most surprising. The most disappointing goes to a few guys, and I need to get rid of this category. Well, this is my last episode, so can't get rid of it anymore, but it's always the same 3 guys. It reminds me of I don't know, like the Minerva McGonagall from Harry Potter. Why is it when something happens, it's always you 3? It's always these 3. Will Zalatoris, Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler. These 3 have been so disappointing this year. I feel like they're here every time I do. I'm most disappointed. Will Zalatoris miscut at 2 over. Jordan Spieth miscut at 1 under. Ricky Fowler miscut at 4 over. These 3 just... I'm going to lump them into the same group because they're so talented and such good golfers, but they never can get it done on the course, I swear. whatever that be, but it has been very disappointing. So that'll wrap it up for my superlatives for the Genesis Scottish Open. Now we're going to switch gears all the way over to the Open Championship, the fourth and final major of the season. When I come back, that will be our third segment, talking biggest storylines heading into the final major of the year.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk